When I was growing up, Pokemon was a franchise that captured me like none other. I was in love with the world, with the creatures, and I was devoted to catching every single one of them. Pokemon is a series that I haven't really missed an entry in and loved pretty much every game. After spending a ton of time with Pokemon Legends Arceus, though, I think when I revisit a lot of the older games now in the franchise, it's going to be more for nostalgia, because Arceus quite literally is a game changer. Did you know you can also change up my game by making sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video? So be sure to do that. Anyway, plug it out of the way. Let's really talk about the game. Mild spoilers ahead, so skip to the timestamp for mechanics if you want to avoid those. The game begins with getting dropped out of a wormhole with your cell phone in a conversation with the title Pokemon itself, Arceus. You get told to seek out all Pokemon. So, with the original tagline of "Gotta catch 'em all" running through your head, you're introduced to the newest professor to the Pokemon roster, Laventon. After some shenanigans and picking up your now God-bestowed cell phone upgrade, Laventon requests your aid in recapturing 3 starters from previous Pokemon games, Oshawott, Cyndaquil, and Rowlet. It immediately becomes apparent how different this game is going to be with the free control camera and the ability to throw Pokeballs out of combat, along with a little bit of a stealth mechanic with hiding in grass. With the starters caught and the professor in tow, you head back to Jubilife Village to begin your adventure. When you arrive, you find out that you're going to need to make your keep by helping out the Survey Corps and trying to complete the Pokedex. To see if you're even worthy, you get given a trial that in the game no one else has ever completed before of catching 3 Pokemon, with the threat of being exiled to an unforgiving Pokemon world. From here, you get to go on and do the normal Pokemon thing, pick a starter, even do another trainer battle as well. The trial itself is just another tutorial teaching how important stealth is, and you can still battle Pokemon to whittle down their health to go in for the catch. It also shows that Pokemon can be hostile to you as a player, and if you take enough damage, you'll black out, causing you to lose items and drop a satchel that can be picked up by other players in return for currency for some pretty solid items. But most importantly, it teaches you about the new Pokedex system. Gone are the days of completion from just catching a Pokemon. Now, in order to complete an entry, you need to catch a Pokemon multiple times, or catch it without it seeing you, or by feeding it a berry, defeating it, etc. There's a lot of different ways that it can be completed. With each task, you slowly learn more about the Pokemon until you complete the entry. Most importantly, though, you gain points that upgrade your rank, allowing your Pokemon's level cap to increase, you to progress in the story, gain new types of Pokeballs, and crafting recipes. Yep. I said crafting. Arceus includes a super convenient system that allows you to make Pokemon and other items on the fly, along with inside of both Jubilife and camps. When you're crafting on the fly, though, the only limitation really is your inventory space, but you can actually upgrade that, alleviating even that problem. The game then goes on to teach you the new mechanics to combat, both agile and strong attacks, along with just regular. Agile being faster, and allowing you to have multiple turns, increased accuracy, but do less damage. Strong being a move that has the power effectiveness increased, but uses the double amount of PP and can slow you down in turn order, giving some fast Pokemon the ability to have multiple turns in a row. To compensate for these changes, many moves and statuses have changed to balance the game. An example, Hypnosis no longer puts a Pokemon to sleep, instead giving them a drowsy effect. Working more like paralysis, and that they may not have the ability to do a move. These new systems are absolutely huge, and made my love for the series come running back, and it felt almost like I was a kid again. Of course, there's more to talk to it, with you being able to go to multiple different biomes as the story progresses, each being their own open world that you can explore, gather, and catch your way through. Each zone has their own boss fight that is essentially you whittling down a noble Pokemon's HP with bombs and a mechanic during the fight that allows you to fight the boss to increase the amount of damage the bombs do for a few seconds once they get stunned. But these fights are pretty much just really easy. If you've played Dark Souls or Monster Hunter, you should feel right at home during the fights, since they mainly just require you to dodge until openings. Although some of them can be really tough. But it's a lot of fun, and it's a nice little change to the normal formula. Each zone is also really expansive and has tons to find. Herein lies my real only gripe with the game, being that you can't jump or climb on your own without the assistance of Pokemon. However, you do get these abilities from Pokemon as the story progresses to make traversing the open world zones less of a task, but the beginning of the game was definitely the most frustrating part. All these limitations are lifted with progression, including fast travel, not being able to drown with the help of Basculegion, and the ability to jump with Wide. There's a ton of other things that you can get as well, but for the sake of keeping this as spoiler free as possible, I'm not really going to talk about them in particular. It just has the unfortunate feeling of making the beginning of the game feel like the most limited part. Speaking of limits, though, there's been some nice quality of life things added to the game that lifts some of the older limits from previous games. The day-night cycle is back, and it's constantly moving in the game, so you no longer feel like your game is trapped to whatever your Switch's clock says. You can even rest in camps to dictate the specific time of day so you can hunt for Pokemon exclusive to certain time periods. There's now also a way to evolve Pokemon with items that were previously locked to being just trade hold evolutions like Rhydon, or just trade evolutions like Haunter. You just use the item on the Pokemon, and it'll evolve. Trading is still in the game if you'd prefer to use some of the more traditional methods, but it seemed like a pretty solid quality of life update for folks that couldn't do that previously. Another quality of life I really liked is now how you can pick to evolve Pokemon. Once you hit the level, you can just choose to do it in the menus, first being forced to do it immediately or cancel it, and wait till the desired level up. You can also change moves on the fly in the same menu system, so you never need to use move relearners again, because they're not in the game! These changes are great! Pokemon Legends Arceus is such an amazing return to form for me. It just has so much in the way of content, from an absolutely absurd amount of side quests as well that vary just enough to keep them interesting, mini-games that have a very Zelda-esque kind of feel, and random events like the space-time distortions that spawn rare Pokemon and items. All these add extra depth without even mentioning loot drops and a ton of the extra catching mechanics. Honestly, with this review, we're just scratching the surface. That's one of the best parts of Arceus, is just going out, exploring, and learning things on your own. There is so much to this game. For me, this is the Pokemon game that reinvigorated my love for the series, and I really hope that there's more like this in the future. I highly recommend it, and honestly think it might be the first Pokemon game I've ever played that could be up for a Game of the Year contender. Thanks for watching, though, and keep it here for tons of more Pokemon content over the next few weeks. I hope that you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya!